Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Polkadot. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Also, I want to mention the donation links down below in the description. If you want to support Ukraine, you can donate to support the Ukrainian refugees or Ukraine's military, or both if you wish to do so. And obviously, it doesn't have to be a large amount of money. We all have our different financial situations. So even $5 is going to make a difference. So thank you all for donating, and let's get straight into the video. Now, jumping into the daily chart, this is TradingView against Tether USDT. And you can see that we are pretty overextended here. If we just start zooming in on the daily chart, you can see we have the 20 EMA, which is the yellow line. We have the 55 EMA, which is the red line. And as you can see right now, we are very overextended to the downside, and seemingly $8.65 is a strong support level that we have over here. We can potentially come back to that level. As you can see, we've held that level very nicely here. Two candles didn't go below that. We only wicked twice, and you can still come back to this zone in the next couple of weeks if we have potentially a bounce off the 20 EMA. You know, the EMAs are going to continue going down, and the price can hit its head on the 20 EMA, and you get sent back down either to this support, or you lose it and you go further and, you know, further continue the downtrend that we're on. When we create lower lows and lower highs, that is a downtrend. Okay, so your support at the moment, strong support, $8.65. Anything below that, people just buy it up very quickly. And the fact that we are very overextended from the 20 EMA just means that we can potentially have a bounce off of it. And right now that's a 29% trade, which is not bad at all. And as you can see previously, we did have multiple bounces off the 20 EMA. So you had a bounce over here, a bounce over here, you had almost a bounce over here. And yeah, so in a downtrend, you usually hit your head on the 20 EMA and you continue going down like that. So that's when you know the 20 EMA turns into a strong resistance zone. Now above us here, we have this yellow zone, and this is a strong resistance. And we've held this zone as support actually in December of last year and in January as well. And then we flipped it to resistance. We back tested it as resistance in February once, and in April, and at the end of March as well. So anywhere from $26 to $23 is a strong resistance zone. And from where we are right now, that is a 120 to 153% trade. So if you want to take that trade, this can be, you know, the long-term trade that you may be looking for. However, if you're looking for a quicker one, like I said, the 20 EMA is a good point to potentially take some profits if that's what you're looking for. Now, zooming out a little bit here, and you can see that we have our July bottom over here, right? This is your July bottom, and this is where we are right now. So essentially, what is happening right now is you have printed a lower low, okay? And this is quite negative, because once you lose this low over here, you create a lower low here, then essentially you're starting a downtrend. The only thing we're missing right now is a lower high, and potentially we can set that over here. If we have this little relief rally, you come up over here all the way to $17 or something like that, and then you continue going down, then that is essentially your downtrend, right? Because you have this local downtrend over here, right? So this is your downtrend at the moment. Let me just get rid of the drawings and try to make it clear. So that is your current downtrend, right? You're in this downward channel, and you need to break the resistance of the channel in order to flip bullish. But in the large scheme of things, you can potentially be starting another a larger downtrend here. And this is the downtrend that you're potentially in right now, right? And this is, you know, the larger the downtrend, the more significant it is. So potentially you're going to be looking at a bottom here somewhere at $4.50, right? Potentially something like that. But I don't want to see that, right? I don't want to see that. Let me just get the trend lines here so that it can look a bit nicer. Okay, so this is potentially what we're looking at. Okay. There we go. And over here, we're going to have this trend line. So this is potentially the channel down pattern that we're in. And yeah, this is potentially what we're looking at. You can potentially bounce off this here. But you do have two bounces off this trend line. So this is a valid support trend line. However, you do not have two bounces off the resistance. So you can arguably say that this is some sort of a wedge, right? Because you're going to get tighter, right? This is some sort of a wedge, you could say, if you do it like that, right? You can even, there we go. But I don't think so. With a wedge, you're going to have a strong breakout probably. But I don't see that breakout happening anytime soon. So for now, we can just leave it as a wedge. Okay, so basically you have one touch over there, second touch over here, three touches over here, a fourth touch over here. So for now, this is a valid, falling wedge, but I do think we're going to lose this support here. And I do think we can potentially come back down even lower. And I'm going to show you why in a second. Now, let's jump over to the daily RSI. Okay, there's a lot of drawings on this RSI. I do apologize for that. So this is the support that I gave you a long time ago. Anywhere below 32 on the RSI, and we are below that at the moment. And as you can see, we're starting to recover already out of the oversold. And as you can see, each time you entered this zone, you had a strong move to the upside, but here you lost that zone. And this was a great buying opportunity. Above us, we do have a strong resistance trend line, not trend line, sell zone. This light blue rectangle, as you can see. So anywhere from 54 to 50 on the index is where you usually get a rejection. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of these trend lines, and we're going to switch over to the Binance chart because that's where we're going to use the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, now switching to the weekly chart over here. So you can see that you do have this strong buying pressure from anywhere below pretty much $10.50. People are buying up Polkadot like crazy. And we do have this Fibonacci retracement with the extension levels 1.272, 1.618, the 1.414, which is not on the chart for some reason, but it should be. There we go. So these are our extension levels. These are our targets, and we got both of them, and we haven't got to the 1.618. So basically, as you know, my longtime viewers know that when you break through or you lose the first fib level, then you should start targeting the 1.618, as that is your technical target. Okay, you lose this, you can potentially bounce up and down, but eventually you do come to the 1.618 more often than not. Obviously, there is no guarantees that this is going to happen, but you can look for some potential buy orders at around about $6. Okay, you can just set those buy orders slightly above at 605, 604, just so you have more chances of getting filled. So that is something to look out for. Next up, what you could do is you could look for previous swing highs, and lo and behold, your previous swing high is exactly at the 1.618 over here. Look at this. This is perfect. Look at this. This is how technical analysis works. The 1.618 technical target, and we use this swing high over here in November, and we use this swing low in February. So based on these two points, you get the 1.618, which is exactly the swing high and the resistance level we had over here. So even if you come back down here and bounce from this zone, right, that is a good back test of this resistance trend line that we broke through here, but we haven't had the back test of support. This is going to be your back test of support here. And after that happens, you know, we can potentially start bottoming out around this area, and from there we can start moving up. Okay, but this is the weekly chart, keep in mind. And if I remove the drawings, you can see that we created a bearish cross where the 20 EMA crosses below the 55, which is the red line. And this is basically your signal that you are going to continue going down. And usually when it's on the weekly chart, it has more significance and it has a long-term effect. So potentially we can be in these in this downtrend for a couple of more months. So you got this February 28th, and if you got that, and if you saw that signal, basically, you could have taken, you could have sold, right? Or you could have just waited at least, and you could have bought back in or bought into Polkadot 60% cheaper. You know, this is what these technical indicators do. But yeah, this is the weekly chart. If we jump into some of the oscillators, the stochastic RSI is starting to go into the oversold. We're, you know, potentially going to start bottoming out, just like we did over here, as you can see. So potentially you're going to start consolidating here until you get that bullish cross and you start moving to the upside and you start getting overextended and overbought like you were over here. And that is when you should start taking profits on the weekly chart. Well, if you want to take profits, obviously. And looking at the weekly RSI, as you can see, let me just get this trend line. So I do see a resistance level over here, right? That is a potential resistance level that you're going to have. And what else do we have? We have a very nice support level over here as well. Yeah, this is what we were in this sort of descending triangle, and you got pressured down and you lost support over here. And right now, if you do enter the oversold below the index of 30, that is a great opportunity to buy into Polkadot on the weekly chart. And I do think we are potentially going to enter that zone because Bitcoin is going to continue dropping just a little bit. I don't think we're going to get anywhere close to $20,000, but closer to $25,000, $24,000 is possible at this point. And if we go into the MACD, you had a moving average squeeze over here where the moving average got very close to the red signal line, and it looked like it was going to cross above it, but instead you got repelled back down. So that was quite negative, because once you get the bullish cross, that is essentially your confirmation of the uptrend. This is what we got here in August, right? And if you compare that with the price action that we got in August, there you go. Look at that. Look at that appreciation. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I don't want to take any more of your time. Thank you for watching. If I missed anything out on the chart, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and on Patreon. We do have low cap jump calls. In fact, there is a low cap jump incoming to my Patreon tonight. We also have buy and sell alerts, project reviews, video requests, technical analysis requests. I have more than 400 posts on Patreon already, and I've started in October. So if you join now, you're going to have all those posts unlocked, all those 20 low cap jump posts unlocked straight away. So yeah, feel free to do so. The link is in the description. So thank you all for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.